fast. Never believed this would happen, but the time is here at last. The time is here at last.
We need to go to the car.
Mission complete.
What we're going to do now then? Just go for a mission about?
Yeah, well, need to stretch my legs after that drive. That was a mission. Literally drove the length of the United Kingdom to get down from Edinburgh to Dover, and yeah, so I think we should just get the Polaroids out, go for a little walk, find our bearings, and then
suss things out, and then
see if we can see any fish, mate, as well.
And I'm sure we see some fish, we'll be sprinting back to the car.
Straight back to the car for the sawn-offs and the bread bombs. So yeah, fingers crossed we do find some, so let's get going, mate.
Let's do it.
We're moving closer and closer. Hearts racing so fast. We never believed this would happen, but the time is here at last. The time is here at last.
Well, we've had a look around the small lake and come down to the big lake, haven't we? Not really seen much on the other lake.
No, the small cave. Found a few in the edge dead, didn't we? Which wasn't a great start. Probably, well, three decent fish. Saw probably two definitely, one more maybe cruising like in the middle, but not really convincing, is it?
Yeah, so come down to the big lake, which is probably 3 or 4 times bigger than the other one. And yeah, we're just gonna have a mission around here and see if we can see anything.
Yeah. Well, that was pretty interesting, to be fair. There's 2 lakes where we're targeting in Paris. It's a massive park area in it, and basically there's a smaller lake. It's only about 1 metre deep in it all the way across. You can see the bottom. It's tap water clear, and yeah, you'd expect to see some carp with the weather we've had. But we've had a good walk round, didn't we? And we saw literally a couple of lone fish just mooching through.
Yeah, and then we saw like 3 carp dead in the edge around the lake, so it weren't feeling like the one, was it?
It just didn't look good. We were a bit gutted, to be honest, because that was sort of the lake that we'd been told would be the Banker Lake, and it just wasn't the one. So anyway, we hopped over the road, didn't we?
Hopped over the road around the bigger lake. It's probably, I'd say, 4 or 5 times as big.
Yeah, it is big.
With a big island in the middle.
Yeah.
And again, we weren't really seeing much, was we?
No, it was tough, and again, it's still quite a shallow lake, a bit more weed in there, and it is a little bit deeper than the other one. But yeah, it took us till we got to the bottom end, and I just climbed up this pretty big tree, and stumbled across a massive shoal. Must have been probably 30, 40, what looked like massive koi's to begin with. But so what we decided, I jumped down the tree, didn't we, and there's like little rowing boats you can rent, so we were like, right, we'll get one of them for an hour and we'll drift over them and see what they actually are, didn't we?
Yeah, and they were big. They were big.
They were
50, 60 pound, they were big fish.
The only problem was
they were grasses.
They were grass carp.
We're not here to catch grasses.
And we're not here to catch grass carp.
We might have a go for one at the end of the trip, but yeah, after that point we were still a bit deflated, weren't we? Like,
Yeah, because obviously I'd come down from the tree absolutely buzzing, as you would be, and we drifted over and there were all these amazing fish, weren't they? They were huge, but just not what we were looking for. So anyway, back in the rowing boat, and we're just potting around, weren't we, really?
Yeah.
And then you saw the carp shoot out from a snag from the island.
We drifted alongside the islands and just seen one carp just on the edge of the snags. So we decided to like moor up the rowing boat at the side of the island. I went and had a quick look, and then I seen a good 5-6 fish and some decent ones as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what seems to be happening is because the park's really busy and there's a lot of rowing boats, dog walkers and dogs in and out of the water, and even people with remote control boats, the fish have just pushed up against the island in the middle of the lake, and they're really tight in the edges, aren't they? And there's, like you say, there's big groups of them, 5-6 fish at a time, but they look up for some munch, don't they, and a bit of bait. So we've sort of forged a bit of a plan, haven't we? Because there is a boat that goes over to the island. So
yeah, so we put the rowing boat back. To get onto the island you have to get this little like shuttle boat, which is free. Shuts at 7. So what we're going to do now, I think, get the sawn-offs ready, get onto the island, see if we can nab a couple, and then get off when the boat closes at 7, and then reassess from there. So I think we're going to tie up a couple of rigs now, aren't we? Little stalking rigs.
yeah.
And we'll catch up with you in a bit when we're on the island.
Yeah, it should be exciting, man. We should get some real close-up footage in the edge, and hopefully get a few takes on camera, which will be epic. So yeah, like George said, we'll get cracking now and we'll see you over there.
La traversée payante, voilà. C'est 2 € par personne aller-retour, point égal à l'arrivée.
S'il vous plaît, il y avait une petite question concernant le matériel de pêche.
Right, well, it's not really gone to plan, has it?
Nah, basically we jumped on the boat only to be told that there's no fishing on the island and that the police patrol it, so they wouldn't actually let us on there without taking our rods on, would they? So basically went for a look anyway, put some bait in the margin spots where we've seen the carp, and they did start troughing. So what we've decided to do instead is just come to the other side of the lake, cast over to them, because they are patrolling a good 6 foot off the snags. So I think it's a good shout for a bite, don't we? So
yeah, give it a go here for a couple of hours. We'll probably end up setting here for the night because it's going to be getting on a bit. And then tomorrow, I reckon, try get on the island again. You never know, you might get someone working that's a bit more angling friendly. I mean, they might let us on, so we'll just see what happens.
yeah, we'll just play it by ear, but hopefully we'll get a couple of chances now, because there is quite a few fish over there. So let's get these rods out, mate, and see what happens.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm ready to fly, ready to rise up in the fire. I'm ready to soar, ready to reach higher and higher. I'm ready to fly, ready to rise up in the fire. Oh, I'm ready to, I'm ready to, I'm ready to, I'm ready. Suddenly I found a way to be wild and free. There's a path ahead of me, I can't breathe. I'm soaring, I can't breathe. No falling, no falling. Feel the glow. There's a light surrounding you. Breathe in slow, breathe in slow.
tired of empty smiles and nights alone. I'm sick of these paper stars illuminating this hologram. Surrounded by your eyes, I almost wanna float away.
Well, we needed that sleep, didn't we, mate? After having, what, an hour's broken sleep within 48 hours?
Yeah, it's been tough, to be fair. It was a long old slog yesterday getting down here, wasn't it? And yeah, we spent a lot of time on our feet trying to find the fish, which we did manage to do, didn't we? We found quite a few of them in the snags. But unfortunately we got booted off the island and we couldn't fish there, could we? So
Yeah, so obviously, like we said yesterday, we came opposite the snags and fished them all throughout last night, and we were really confident. Like we were bang on, like tight to the snags. We put a bit of bait over each rod, but it's just not happened. We woke up this morning and yeah, we were just getting small lines throughout the night, weren't we? That kept us away just by small fish in the edge. But
yeah, it's one of them. Like George said, I was absolutely buzzing last night. I genuinely thought it was going to happen. But for whatever reason it didn't, whether the fish just get in there in the day when the boats get out on the lake and they push back into the edges, that might be the case. But I think what we need to do is just get these rods reeled in, get on our toes and just go and try and find them again, mate, because it's pointless sitting here, innit?
yeah, get all the gear packed away, minimal gear, sawn off each rucksack, and then just literally go and find them and try and make it happen. Because I think we took this lake, thought it might have been a little bit easier than it has been, didn't we, really?
Yeah, we've took it a bit lightly, I think, but it's proving to be quite tricky. But all the better if we get one, it'll be quite rewarding. So let's get everything sorted, mate, and let's crack on for the day.
Just breathe, give it a minute. Close your eyes and vision a world without limit. Yeah, I know who you are.
Still feeding. Oh, so good.
Happy days.
So basically what we've done is Nathan's got a rowing boat, picked me up on the main bank of the lake. I've got all the gear in it, I've got in it with him. He's then rowed over to the island, dropped me off here. I've unloaded all the gear, stashed it in these bushes. He's then rowed it back to the docking bit, come back down the lake, got on the little €2 crossing over to the island and met me here, and we found a few fish, haven't we?
Yeah, there's quite a few fish like coming quite close into the margins on the island, and we think it looks prime for a bit of slow sinking bread. So Joe's been round, primed a few spots. I've just been getting my rig ready. I'm just literally bread bomb on a size 5 claw, and yeah, we're just gonna take as minimal gear as we can. I'm literally gonna crouch down to the edge where we've seen them, flick the rod in, and hopefully we can get a chance. You have to bend some rules on these park lakes sometimes to catch some of these wary fish, but you know it's pointless. We could sit out in the main body of water all day with 3 rods out each and not even have a sniff. So I'd rather do this proper, gets the heart going as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get on with it. Can't wait.
So what's going on? What are you thinking? Well, tell me what happened.
Just breathe.
Tell me what happened in them snags over there.
Close your eyes and vision.
It's been a struggle, hasn't it?
Has been a struggle, yeah.
So pulled a sneaky one, fished the island today. As I mentioned earlier, I've tried with the bread bomb, but that didn't really work out. So went back in the snags to get a bottom bait rig, and there's a few fish in there, so I put a bit of bait down. About half an hour went past, a few fish started coming in and eating it, so put a rig down. Fish then went back out, came back in, and there must have been 8 or 9 fish came in at once, stirring the bottom up like mad, clouding up, like looked nailed on for a bite. So sat there like my heart was going 10 to a dozen. And the biggest fish of the lot just sort of done a bit of a U-turn, come straight in and just nailed my chop. See the hook go straight into its mouth, see it hanging out its bottom lip like this. And it's just shaking its head like this, slowly coming to the surface. So I've picked the rod up, got the fish on, went to grab the net, and the net's stuck on like some tree branch in all the undergrowth. So I'm yanking at the net while all the time this fish is just sat there on the top. I mean, it was a good mid 30. Anyway, the net's come free, so I've sort of slid the net into the water, and as I've gone to slide it under the fish has lunged. So I've sort of, the rod's gone with it like this, and the net cord's touched the top of the leader. And as soon as that, the fish realised what was going on, and it's just flat rodding me straight out the front of the snags. So I'm just holding on for dear life, little 6-foot rod, and to be fair, I managed to stop it the first time, didn't go very far, it boiled on the edge of the snags. Anyway, like, tried to pull it back towards me, and as soon as I did that, it just went from right to left, just split second, and went behind the snags and just cut me straight off. Oh yeah, absolutely devastated, does not even cut it.
Yeah, it's been a tough day, mate. I was literally there 10 minutes prior to that, what do you say? 10-15 minutes?
Well, if you, it's easy to say if you were there you could have just slipped the net under it and I wouldn't have had all the trouble with the tree, but that's just the way it is. It's just carp fishing.
It went a bit quiet, and so I decided to go for a look, and I got some fish feeding on the other side, so I went round there with a rod and a net. And
sod's law, innit?
Sod's law, mate. So we're back off the island now. We're gonna have to pick ourselves up and
find out what we're doing for the night. I think we need to go for another lap, try and find some fish, and then yeah, get back on the horse, because one thing's for sure, this lake is not going to beat me.
No.
I will get one.
He's not.
I will get one. Whether I have to go in there and swim after him, I will get one. So yeah, we'll have another lap. Yeah, and we'll cheer ourselves up, and we'll get sorted for the night.
We've come onto the other lake, the smaller one, and seen a few fish out in the middle. So I've just flicked a couple of running rigs out of them, just singles, and they've probably been out now at least an hour. And just had the reels on the floor, no alarms at once, just to see stuff. So yeah, it's been a grueling 2 days. I pray we get to see Nathan get in the net, mate.
I'll be on net duty, mate.
Well, we'll take that. It's not the biggest fish, and it's not what we've come for, but off the mark, we'll take that. And I think after that, we're going to do the night on here tonight, aren't we, mate?
I think so, yeah.
Found a few fish in this middle body of water. Yeah, stick it on here for the night. Well, there it is. Not what we came for size-wise, but I'm happy to get off the mark finally. Been a grueling couple of days, you know, losing fish, trying to find them, and yeah, we seem to come across a group of fish on this smaller lake of the two. And yeah, one slipped up on a running rig, white citrus. Happy day, so I'm going to slip it back now, get the rods ready for the night, and hopefully a few bigger ones come along for us.
Like city
Right, well, unfortunately it was another uneventful night last night. It looked really promising after Jord had that small fish, but again we just woke up and nothing had been touched at it. It was like it's proper deflating, to be honest, but we've got one last day, so what's the plan, mate?
Yeah, one last day to try and get a carp, a decent sized one as well, what we've come here for. So back on the island like yesterday, bait the snags, really give it a good crack.
Yeah, I've got a score to settle in them snags after yesterday. I was absolutely devastated to lose that big mirror, so yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing for it, mate. I think we should get down there now. You get the boat, let's get over to that island.
Let's go, mate.
Oh my god, I'm absolutely shaking, man. That was unbelievable. Look at it. Yes, got the common. That's the biggest fish that's been in here today, that.
Explain what's just happened.
Right, well, basically got back on the island again like we did yesterday. I've been baiting this spot, George's been baiting one on the other side of the island.
On these cobbles.
And there's literally been two fish coming in, a small mirror and this common. They're literally living in this snag just down here to the left, and they're coming out, taking a few baits, then going back in. He came up to the cobbles, picked the one just next to it up, chewed on that, and went straight down and nailed it first time, and I've just managed to bag it. But that is a good fish. Absolutely made up. After all the trials yesterday of losing probably a mid-30, I've now got a banging common in the net and I'm absolutely buzzing. Yes, mate.
All we do, I'm psycho. I don't wanna be the right way round. I feel paradise on the ground. I'm psycho. I don't wanna be the right way round. I feel paradise on the ground. All we do is hide away. All we do is hide away. All we do is chase the day. All we do is chase the day.
Right, well, Jord had to have one last cast, and I mean it was his very, very last cast, but absolutely buzzing for him. He's just managed to nail a nice mid-20 common, so we've had a fish each today, right from the edge. Yeah, absolutely loving it, absolutely buzzing. We've managed to bag a few.
Well, I'm absolutely buzzing. Literally, we didn't get any of that on film, so it's been hectic, but absolutely knackered. It's the first drink I've had in 6 hours. Not ate anything, not drank anything, just been trying to catch a fish. Last day, and literally, we had to be off the island at 5:30, 27 minutes past 5, very last cast, and I've bagged one. So, walking back to Nathan now, and yeah, we'll fill you in on the full stories when we get there. I'm gonna have some more of this drink because I'm proper dehydrated, so yeah, see you in a minute.
That for a Park Lake common, absolutely buzzing. Just over 27 pounds, and I'm absolutely made up. And check that backdrop behind me. Caught it literally 2 feet from the bank on half a scope at squid 20mm bottom bait. Absolutely buzzing. This is what we came to Paris for. An absolute banger like this. Get in there.
prison.
Uncloud my mind, take me high beyond the sky into the night. It's time to go beyond the crowds to the outside of the unknown. When you are here, the past and future are just ideas. You take me beyond the peaks where I can't breathe, I can't breathe. I can see the
Well, look at that. We're prison carp. Waited all 3 days to catch this fish. Really struggled, and then last minute, literally last cast, it's gone off. And I've got this. With that backdrop as well, it's what we came for. Eiffel Tower in the background, and I'm absolutely buzzing. So, yeah, I'm going to get some quick pictures now, slip it back, and I think we're going to have a bit of a celebratory evening, aren't we, Nate?
Yeah, definitely, mate. That's spot on.